With it is Brown. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Now, before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. Forced out to his left, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a gain of 9 yards, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dalton firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Mixon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be 4th down. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll try and run with Mixon, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Denied on 4th down is Joe Mixon. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Now Roethlisberger. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And did he get in? No, they'll mark him down at the 1-yard line. The dive unsuccessful. The big fella can't pick it up. So not only do they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big, that's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays that'll change the game? And that may have been one that just did.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try again with Bell. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Here's Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short. And they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the number 1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Now a handoff as they run left side. And some room to work. A big play there for the Bengals. 46 yards. Trailing here in the 3rd, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. And this is back to a 5-point game. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. Now a play fake here on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. Ooh, with a juke. And some space here. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Let's go. Like 30.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Back now in Cincinnati. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. Bell so light on his feet. And he is knocked down and then landed on pretty awkwardly at the 12-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Steelers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. Again, it's Bell. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that now makes this a 15-7 game. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that is incomplete. Marvin Lewis tries for it, but comes up empty. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Here's a give to Bell running left. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll give this to Bell running right. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Now Ben on 3rd and long. On the move to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
So a big one there as that gives them a little cushion.
And you know, here in the 4th quarter, the fact that they were able to bleed some time off the clock and put points on the board, even if it's only 3, that could turn out to be the drive that ultimately wins them the game.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
Passing, it's Dalton. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off, William Gay.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Ryan Glasgow coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. They'll try the right side with Bell. They find some open field here. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And the lead is up to 18 now. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals getting set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go,
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A 1st down throw coming for Dalton. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time.
Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Shaquille Barrett in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. To throw on 2nd down, Dalton. He's going to let it fly. That's caught at the 25. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. 71 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Dalton bootlegs out. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on specials.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. Well, they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That was a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And Dalton to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Second down now after the sack. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And the pressure gets to him again. Javon Hargrave in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. It's do or die for Dalton. Left side, it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.